Hey, hello and welcome to TMI. Too much information with Moondog. And we've got a packed show tonight. I got to end this early though, because I've got a meeting with the Knights of Columbus and Dad's Club tonight. It's the only reason why I'm going to cut this one short. So we're not going to have a guest tonight, but we are going to have all of the usual fun and information that I have. I'd like to start off by giving a plug to this episode's sponsor. And of course, this is a sponsor we had a few months back now. I forget when we stopped, but Venice.ai is an AI of choice for me. In fact, I used that to create the thumbnail today, which with the help of its AI was able to create the background of the thumbnail, as well as I asked it to enhance my face photo. So if it doesn't quite look like me, it's because it's been AI enhanced. But you can see that Venice does work. In fact, they use Grok, and you have quite a number of different AIs that it partners with that you can use a lot of the features of other AI. But the advantage of using Venice is that it is private and it is secure. And that's because all the AI companies out there, if you create an account with them, they will track all the things that you've asked it to do, all of the prompts and all the results. Well, Venice doesn't. It keeps all of that information on your browser, so you can purge that from memory should you need to or want to. So they don't collect and save that information on Venice's servers. It's all stored locally to you, and you can do with it what you will. And what's also great is if you use any of the other AI services and image generators, as well as language encoding generators that from sort of third party through them, well, they act kind of like a VPN for you, because all of the prompts and queries will be coming through Venice from the point of view of, say, Grok or Gemini or whoever that you choose to use for the AI services. It'll look like all those queries will be coming from Venice and not you. So another way it can get tracked back to you. So it's a great way to keep your privacy, and it has all of the and it's uncensored. It doesn't have any of the sort of woke or PC censoring that going on with other AI services, where they say, well, we can't show you that because that would be that would offend somebody. So that's another great reason to use Venice. Use my code venice.ai/moondog, and you can use the QR there. And if you want to sign up for the pro plan, that code, by the way, you can use that to try them out for free. You get a couple of different queries for free from them. And if you want to sign up for the pro plan, you can get 20% off using code Moondog. And our other sponsor is Mad Hat Jerky, which is a great beef jerky company started by Matt in Pennsylvania when he was 11 years old. And he makes all the stuff by hand, him and his family, at their workshop and at their home. And it is delicious jerky, totally preservative free, totally clean meat. And it just tastes great. It has a wide range of flavors. Go to his website. They've just got their sampler pack back in, so it's a different size. I think it's slightly more meat to sample this time, and so you can order his sampler pack, or you can order some of his great jerky. I recommend the teriyaki, the original, the sweet original. And if you like hot jerky, he's got some really hot stuff with Carolina Reaper pepper, kind of hot. So yeah, get 15% off of Mad Hat Jerky using code Moondog on his website. So check them out. A number of you out there on the side chat have already tried some of his jerky, and I have not gotten a single complaint from anybody. Everybody seems to love it, so it's great. All right, so here's your early bird clue for those of you who joined early tonight, and thank you everybody for joining in at the start of the hour. This is your visual clue. This is from the box of this product. So if you know this, and I'll give you another clue, it's a margarine. Okay, so if you know this margarine, what I want you to do is put the hashtag, put the hashtag and the name in the side chat right now, and you'll be automatically entered into. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Let me redo it, because I just got an error. Of course. Probably the AI going after me. Okay, let me try it again. Let me start again. All right, so I've reset the the giveaway tool. So if you put hashtag and the name of this margarine brand on the side chat, the drawing giveaway tool will automatically pick up your username, or the first 3 correct answers. And by the way, I forgot to mention what the big winner for the live will be, and that is a Vector Optics patch and a Vector Optics poker chip with a coupon code in the back. So you get a poker chip with a discount from the Vector Optics, which they were kind enough to offer the prize for last month's contest on my website. So you get a patch and the chip. And if you want to, the first 2 correct answers, to email me the correct answer, and you can email me at contest@moondogindustries.com. We'll also get a patch. No chip though, but you will get a patch. So if you email me the correct answer, the first 2 correct answers, with the correct answer in the subject line and your mailing address to send you the patch, because I don't know where you are, you will get a patch if you email me at contest@moondogindustries.com. All right, let's move on. And before we get started with the new videos, let me just call out the folks who have already joined us. We got Porsche Speedster, and we got Nathan K, and we've got TJ Fishing and in Australia, and Michael Dunn, and we've got William Trax, Yellow Dog, Hillbilly, and I think that's who we got right now. So hopefully we're going to get some more folks on the side chat. So if you thanks everybody for joining early, since I'm going to be knocking off about halfway through the hour. All right, so let's get into the new videos this week. So I just posted up on Sunday a review of the new CV Life Bear Mite, and there's so many animals, and there are multiple bear mites. Products that are named bear mite, so it gets kind of confusing. But this one is their solar powered red dot. It's completely solar powered, so you don't need to buy a battery. You don't need a spare battery. In fact, it'll once you have it fully charged, it'll store that charge for up to 2 years. I think 3 years actually. And anytime you bring it out, then it will recharge itself. So you don't ever have to worry about the battery going dead, and you can use it at night. Just keep it out. So the only thing is, if you have a Safe Queen, don't mount this onto your Safe Queen. It's I'm presuming you will be going out to the range at least once a month or 2 or so. So this is for your everyday or every range visit kind of pistol. But it's a great multi-reticle red dot. So here, let me share you the video from that. And it is an MOS cut, by the way, and it does come with an RMR adapter plate with it. So it is it sits really low. If you have an MOS cut Glock slide, it will sit and be allowed to you use your rear iron sights, your factory sights. But if you don't, then you can. It does come with a RMR adapter. And let me see just to the side there that William Track says, I'm having issues seeing any of these red dots. It's a starburst. So yeah, you have astigmatism like many of us. I use corrective lenses. Well, I'm not wearing them. I'm not a contacts person, but I wear glasses when I drive, especially at night, and I can see it. Things look a little starbursty in my eyes because I got astigmatism. That's when the shape of your eyes isn't completely spherically round. So what I would recommend is a lot of folks with astigmatism, I prefer green dots because they're a little clearer than red dots. But the upside of this one, it has a larger, because it's a multi-reticle, you can switch between the little tiny dot and the bigger circle dot. And I find the circle dot without the dot, the circle without the dot, the 32 MOI circle, easier on my astigmatized. Is that even a word? Astigmatized eyes. At least easier for me to see without any sort of the vagaries of distortion. Or what's the center? The circle is much easier for me to see. But that's so. William says I haven't tried the green ones, and for me, it's actually kind of weird. Even though I have astigmatism, the red dots are easier for me to see than the green. At least less starbursty for me. But everybody's eyes are different, so try both if you get a chance. And CV Life does make. I don't know if they make a green dot version yet. That's probably to come out, but they do make green dots. So try them out, and they're very inexpensive, very budget friendly. All right. So also on my Moondog 2A channel, I posted another video, doubled up this week, because I been also posting up all the videos that I filmed while I was at SHOT Show. And gosh, I filmed close to like 50 different booth visits. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I get through all of the booth visits. But yeah, the only way I can do that is if I double up and post two videos, two different videos a week. And this one I stopped over at the UTG Leapers booth. And they have these new modernized, they have these clamp-on handguards for MP5s. And it modernizes your MP5. It allows you to add, it's got M-lock slots on it, and it has a rail on top. So it allows you to add all the sort of the modern dudes and dads, the lights, the optics that you couldn't mount originally with the MP5, because it is quite a it's a vintage. It's basically I think it was designed in the 50s. It's a CNR. Basically, basically a CNR design. So, but anyway, here's what they came up with. And this for this year, they came out with a full size MP5 handguards last year, but they've added some additional designs for shorter barreled and also for suppressor.
Is the MP5K, and I'm sure you're familiar with our monolithics in general. So what's different is the forend that's attached to it.
Yeah.
So this is our extended SD compatible lower. It's going to be sold as a complete kit with the monolithic upper, but we're also going to be selling it separate, just the lower, for everyone who already has the monolithic system. A couple things to talk about here. So it has the same lockup that we already know. Very easy to install.
Yeah.
The lower has an inner diameter of 2.1 inches. It's fairly large, but that's to accommodate different size cans.
Yeah.
Whether it's a multi-cal can or if it's a dedicated 9. Additionally, though, some people have their suppressors wrapped up in a heat-resistant, something like burn-proof gear. So if you have that on there, no one wants to take that off when they're switching amongst guns. So it will also fit underneath here.
So there you go. I mean, they're really nicely designed, and it's UTG Pro, which is their US made line. So all of those handguards, and they clamp onto the top through the little slot on the top. I think it's a dovetail, or it might be proprietary to HK. The rail on top, and it clamps onto that, and it also replaces the side pins on there. That's how it attaches to your MP5. And this one is designed to accommodate cans. So it's kind of really cool. And they're all milled in Michigan. So US made, you got to love it. Nothing wrong with that. And William Track says the AccuSync mounts are really nice. I like them. I haven't actually gotten a hold of one of the newer ones, and I really wanted to get one. So hopefully I'll get a chance to try one out soon. All right. On my Moondog reviews channel, which covers non-pew pew, I actually posted a video from SHOT Show, because there are other brands out there that aren't necessarily specifically gun related, and this one is from this company called Night Eyes, and they make a lot of carabiners. In fact, they invented the S beaner, and they have a lot of gadgets and for camping, for tactical gear, but a lot of outdoor stuff. And this is their product. They invented the waterproof zipper, and this is a true waterproof, water sealing zipper. So here, check this out. There we go.
Invented this?
We invented this, yeah. And other waterproof, quote unquote waterproof zippers might work well initially, but when there's force on the teeth, they can wear out, and water can get in. And so you can kind of think of this as a Ziploc bag on steroids. And so this seals this up, and once you get this down into the garage. That's fully sealed, and it's beefy. So I'll just do a quick demo with this bag. So get some air in there. So you're gonna seal that up nice and tight, and you can put your full weight on this, and it holds.
Yeah, that didn't blow out. I didn't even hear a whiff of air coming out of that thing.
Yeah. And so you can find it in our runoff products, and then we actually sell to brands like the North Face, NRS, and Fish Pond.
So yeah, they design and have a patent on that. So if you see anything similar, either they're entirely ripped off or they're licensing it from. So as he mentioned, the North Face licenses the design from them, and it wouldn't surprise me. He didn't specifically say, but Magpul has a pouches that have a similar kind of zipper. So it wouldn't surprise me if Magpul licenses that design, and it is very airtight. I sat on it and I couldn't get any air out of it. So if it's airtight, it's watertight. All right. So on my travel channel, Moondog Go, I posted a video from my visit of the Carmel Mission, or Mission Carmel, or Carmel Mission Basilica in Carmel, which is the original Spanish mission from that period. And what's crazy to me is when I was walking around and reading about the place, is that it was practically abandoned for 100 years. After the Mexican Revolution, the Mexican government did a lot of land reform from the Spanish period. And what they did was they took away a lot of the properties that were originally owned by the church. There was some, I don't know what exactly the deal was. I didn't look into study Mexican history, but for what ended up happening is that that mission in Carmel was abandoned for like 80 plus years. And it wasn't until the 50s that one of the local pastors in Carmel and some of the business people in Carmel, to try to drive up tourism and just from civic pride, wanted to restore the original mission. And they did very successfully. It is a fully functional Catholic church and has a thriving community there now. Plus it's a museum, so it's a historical site. So Father Junípero Serra was the Spanish missionary who founded many of the missions in the New World in California. And Carmel mission, the mission in Carmel was the second in Northern California. And he was actually buried there when he died. And that was parts of his coffin that they were able to recover, and parts of his and artifacts of his. And that is where he's buried. He's buried at the altar there. And he was canonized, I forget, maybe like 10 years ago now. So now he's Saint Junípero Serra. Of course, nowadays in California, it's with the DEI or whatever woke shenanigans there, he's been vilified by a lot of folks because he represents the Spanish or the European conquest of the New World, and they just throw all of the negativity and ire of all of that towards him. And it doesn't seem to be founded necessarily. It's not like, he caused any of that, but of course to them, he represents colonization and colonialism. So he's vilified by those who aren't Roman Catholics, or maybe some left-leaning Roman Catholics who went to public school like me, who were indoctrinated into the idea that everything European is bad. So anyway, I have quickly gotten a little better objectivity to that. But anyway, so Father Junípero, now Saint Junípero Serra, is buried in Carmel. So it is a historic site, and it's pretty cool as a museum, as a living museum. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, here's another point. Cesar Chavez is now getting the Me Too thing nowadays. I wonder if they're going to have to rename Cesar Chavez Boulevard, or is it Avenue here in San Francisco, which was formerly Army Street. And my wife, it's kind of a sore point because she grew up as Army Street, and she always refers to it as Army. And they changed it to Cesar Chavez, I believe, in the early 90s, maybe the late 80s. Somebody else who has lived in Northern California could probably tell me better about that. And now he's getting Me Too'd. So I gotta look into that, actually, into Cesar Chavez and the whole farm rights movement, because apparently there was a lot of Filipinos who were instrumental in that movement. In fact, it started it before him, but he gets all of the recognition for it, and none of the Filipino activists or the woman who I haven't looked into all the news, by the way, that apparently claimed that he assaulted her, and that's the reason why there's allegations at a kerfuffle right now. But I just saw that too, Portia Spitzer, that was in the news feed. So, okay, here's our next clue for everybody who's tuned in, and for those of you who let me bring this back up. For those of you who didn't catch the early bird clue, it is the prize today is a Vector Optics patch, and you can earn this by either sending me the correct answer via email. So the first 2 correct answers sent via email to contest@moondogindustries.com, and let me just put a link to that in the side chat to that email. So if you email me the correct answer in the subject line and your mailing address, the first 2 correct answers via email will get a Vector Optics patch. And if you put the hashtag in the correct answer in the side chat, and here's your clue. Let me put this up here. Here's your clue. And this margarine brand was created by the Lever Brothers company, which later became Unilever. And it gets its Royal European sounding name, maybe tied to Unilever's roots as a Dutch company, which I didn't know either. Yeah, so this margarine brand has a somewhat royal sounding name. And if you get the correct answer, put it in the side chat with a hashtag in front of it, it's a 1-word name. The software will do a drawing for the correct answers, and you will receive a Vector Optics poker chip with a coupon code in the back and a patch. So that's what we're going to be giving away in the drawing coming up real soon. So let's jump into our topic of the day, which is the rabbit hole. We're going to talk about AI slop. So for those of you who were able to see the thumbnail today, that is me, kind of. I've used AI to enhance my appearance as well as add more background to it. So I used generative AI to modify an existing image. And the reason I brought this up is because I started seeing some notice about this in among the videos from for and about YouTube creators. And apparently there's been a big deal. Part of it is you've probably seen a lot of AI slop, but just really bad videos that may be suggested to you that aren't really very good. And we'll go through a couple of those in a bit. But apparently recently YouTube just deleted 4.2 million videos from dozens of channels because it says that it's violated their terms of use by posting AI generated low quality content slop and not identifying it as AI. In fact, it's been a couple of months now, but they added a check button. And if you upload any videos to YouTube, there's a button there that says it was any of this video created using AI, and it's voluntary. You have to click it on and voluntarily divulge if you've used AI to create the majority of your content. And this is where it kind of gets into for some videos, it can get into a gray area because maybe that part of the video was created by AI, either with an AI voice, and we've seen that happen also with deepfake voices, where maybe the entire thing was read by an AI voice. Or maybe the person who created the video read it like a normal human and recorded their voice, but used a deepfake generative audio app or filter to change their voice into another person's voice or a celebrity sounding voice. So that's where it can get into a bit of a gray area, but there are some really obvious videos, entire videos that you can tell, or at least I can tell, or at least I get that sense that they obviously made this with AI, because the content is just bad. It just looks like it was copy and pasted. It, just like like the low level chat GPT or whatever, like write me a video, or write me a report, just like like bad students would write me an essay about the Cult 45 1911, and then it'll generate a generic sounding report essay based on stuff that it grabbed from the web. And it sounds okay, it's not particularly interesting, it's maybe factual, but then you can run that through another filter or another software, and then it will just do the voiceover. And now there's also tools that create people, virtual people that now look like real people, that will speak that AI generated audio, and then that's your video. So there's a lot of that going out there. And the reason why I bring this up is because this is essentially what I'm doing right now. Is I'm making videos, I'm doing reviews, for everybody out there. And I started doing this for fun originally. And I realized, what, I prefer doing this to my old job, which was creating commercials, TV commercials, and print ads and billboards and things. I worked in advertising for many years. And I actually preferred doing this than going back into doing advertising. So that's why I've been making videos. And essentially this is my full-time job now. I'm a YouTube reviewer, content creator. Certainly not paying as well as my old job working in advertising. Not by a country mile, that's for sure. But it's still fun and it's enjoyable. But I started worrying about this because I've already had some of my content stolen by nefarious folks who create bad infomercials, where they stole some of my footage of a laser bore sighter review I did, and they basically stole lots of my B-roll, my footage from that, to create an ad to sell a laser bore sighter. And when I saw that on YouTube, I red yellow flagged. I flagged that with YouTube to say that that's stolen content. But it's happened to a number of YouTube reviewers out there, unfortunately. And it's happened to bigger people, more famous people than me. It's like there's Joe Rogan commercials out there that uses voice to sell supplements and stuff like that, and he doesn't do ads, at least not for that particular supplement or whatever, or that penis pill or what have you. And it's because somebody deepfaked his voice, and they've also deepfaked him talking about stuff. So the reason I brought this up is I was thinking, well, could I ever be, we're seeing movies and people posting up shorts, and the meme going around now, which I haven't shared, but there's a scene from, oh gosh, I'm forgetting now, the movie with Jennifer Connelly, and people are sort of memeing it by changing the person, Jennifer Connelly's character, who is riding this mechanical horse, the kitty horse, in what would be equivalent to a Walmart, and they're just substituting different movies into there, and people are making movie trailers and things. And in fact, one of the big AI slop channels, two of the biggest ones, were fake movie trailer channels, that they created movie trailers using AI, where they would grab existing footage from movies, and they would ask the AI to generate those like movie stars, like the Avengers, and they would create new scenes that didn't actually happen, and create fake trailers for Avengers 7 or whatever, for movies that didn't exist yet. And YouTube just nuked that channel. Oh, the scene is in Target, is what career opportunities, says Tim Mooney. Yes, you're correct. Career opportunities, and it was set in a Target store. So he knows the meme. I don't know if anybody else has seen the meme where they've changed the characters. I've seen the one that has Princess Leia. I've seen the one with Padme. I've seen the one with um, the Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. And yeah, there's quite a few different. And of course, I've seen the Harry Potter one with Hermione riding the horse. But one of the things that came up when I was just sort of delving into this is I would one of the channels that got nuked was actually a channel that I watched a lot. And one of the things that also came up was this character, because there's a lot of AI music content that has gotten into Spotify, that people are generating songs for bands and creating fake profiles of bands that don't exist, and the which is troublesome to a lot of existing artists and new artists, because they suck the interest away from real artists and have people listening to AI generated artists, and those royalties are going to whoever the AI company, or in some cases even they suspect Spotify is creating them. So all those royalties are not people. If you're not listening to the newest Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift or the newest or whoever, then you're listening to this AI slop or AI version of a song or a new song, or Metallica for that matter. And that's the reason why they're concerned. And I'm concerned too, a little bit, because if there's all this AI slop about the content that I create, whether it's gun stuff or something else, then people are going to be watching that, or new people are going to be watching things, and and my channel's not going to come up, and so they're never going to see the real stuff. So that's just a thought. But I wanted to share some things about that with you before I realize we're getting close. We're already blew past the half hour. So I wanted to share a couple of things before I jumped off, because I said I was going to jump off at the half hour here. So let me just add to the stage here what the content is. So check out this video here, and let's see. All right. So I'm just going to stop that there, because I don't want to run afoul of copyright. So this video is entirely created with AI. The script was written with AI. The voiceover is a synthetic voice, and the images, some of them may be stock photos, but like that lion was generated by AI. So this whole video and this whole channel just creates sort of these inspirational black and white videos. It's all AI. Here's another one. Let me just switch to another video, and this is okay. Well, let me get rid of the speed test over there. But this is, check this woman out. Okay, so when I first saw her, I just thought it was yet another singer or whatever. But I was like, wait, I kind of heard that song, but it wasn't this woman doing it. So she's lip syncing. But no, check this out. All right, let me switch to another video of hers. So this is her channel, and check this out. That's not her. That's another person. In fact, an Asian person. So this is an AI creating a person or persona that is lip syncing or making it seem like they're singing the song. It just gets really surreal and unreal. So this is it's just wild. It just gets. So this is what we're starting. I'm starting to see stuff like this, and it's kind of weird, because this is the world that we're coming into. There are now virtual AI artists who are creating content. In this case, they're using an existing song, but if you check out Rick Beddoes' Rick Beato's channel, he did a segment for CBS where he created a new song using AI tools in like 40 minutes. He had the AI write a song lyric. He had the AI create an artist profile. He posted it up, and he went around Nashville and asked folks, "Hey, what do you think of this new song?" And some people liked it. Only one person really questioned whether or not it was real. And it's just well, he's been talking about it for quite some time. Check out his channel; it's really good, interesting stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of AI out there, as William Trax points out. AI porn is becoming very prevalent now too. Yes, so there's discussions about. And there's movies out there. I mean, that will people, especially young men, who do majority of porn out there is consumed by men. Will young men start to sort of? I mean, we're one of the discussions is about the birth rate, and like, will people stop dating if you can just have a virtual girlfriend? I hope not. Well, we'll see. I don't know, but let me know what your thoughts about this are. If you've come across anything that is AI slop, or in this case, I actually think this is actually pretty good AI, but it's slop because it's not real stuff. It's just regurgitating stuff, and this is taking eyeballs and time away from real artists out there who are creating interesting things. If you can automate all this stuff to create just cookie cutter clone tons of artists creating interesting content, then what's the point of where's the room for real humans? I don't know. If you find anything interesting, AI slop that's good or bad or anything else, please post it into the comment section of this live stream after this live stream is over. Not so much in the side chat right now, but afterwards. But please share that with me. Also in my community posts on my channel, I'll post up something about AI and ask folks to share links to anything that you found that's similar to this, where it's like, wait, I've heard this voice. It sounds kind of like Morgan Freeman, but I know it's not him, and it sounds exactly the same as yet another video I've seen. And it's a lot of AI generated footage. You'll probably run into more and more of it. But YouTube has been trying to get rid of it, and I think maybe too little too late. Even with them removing 4.2 million videos, it's just going to be too easy. Just like virtual bots, adding comments in Twitter, it's just going to be too easy to post a more AI slop on YouTube. Just my thought. Anyway, so let me just bring this back here to our contest and wrap things up, because I have to get to meet some real people in real time tonight. So I wanted to get the contest out there for everybody to take part in. I wanted to point out that there are two contests going on my website right now. One is to win a LPVO from CV Life, and you'll get your choice. They're actually going to give you a choice of which AI you want if you win. Go to moondogindustries.com/contest. There's a contest for an LPVO, but there's also a separate contest sponsored by Claris to win their XT11 GT Pro, which is a 3,000 lumen tack light, and the thing is built like a tank. So you can enter both of those contests and at moondogindustries.com/contest. And let me just post up the link on the side chat for everybody to use. And of course, this is the last week for my DC fundraiser for my son's middle school trip to Washington, DC with his class. We are using some of the funds there to help students, but also to pay for the teachers' luggage fees for the first aid kit and other stuff. So we're making sure that the teachers are covered, the teachers and the chaperones for this class trip. So if you see anything at the yard sale, those funds will go to that. And here's a final visual clue for this name, this brand. This is a margarine brand, and this is their long-running ad campaign, which featured as the concept of the campaign anybody who actually tasted the margarine, that this crown would appear on their head. So if you know the name of this brand, post it with a hashtag on the side chat right now, or you can email me at contest@moondogindustries.com. And the first 2 correct answers in the subject line, just make sure you put your mailing address in the email, will get a Vector Optics patch, and the winner of the live drawing today, will get a patch and a poker chip with a coupon code from Vector Optics for a discount on their products. So let's draw the winner now. Everybody got their entries in? I only got 3 entries. Okay, well, you're gonna whoever got the correct answer. If you post it on the side chat, whoever posted the correct answer on the side chat, the software will automatically pull your name. And so far, we only got 3 correct answers on the side. So let me share that. And let me remove, share, stop screen. And let me share the contest screen. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins the chip. Oh, wait, it's not showing up on the screen. Why is... Okay, woo, good. I just got it in time. Sorry about that. I thought it would be coming up, but it's Michael Dunn. Congratulations, Michael Dunn, for winning the contest. So you'll be getting your... just make sure to email me with your mailing address, and here, send it to me at contest@moondogindustries.com, and let me know where you want to get the poker chip and the patch. And if you already have one, you could always give it some. Just give me the mailing address for somebody else who wants to win. And Nathan K said, just before we end this, he says, Google internal meme site used to allow free posting when AI was new. People made AI vids of Sunder singing Old MacDonald. Yeah, I think, AI has gotten so much better. I mean, I remember those videos where they asked it to show Will Smith eating spaghetti, and they were just horrifying in terms of how fake they looked and just sort of disturbing they looked. But now it looks almost indiscernible from real life. I just saw a video of Chris Rock hitting Will Smith back, sort of like what should have happened at the Oscars. But it's getting more and more realistic, just like anything visual with computers, and it's only going to be a matter of time before I'm going to be an AI. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the like button, and hope to see you again next week. And be sure to check out all of my channels and all of my sponsors. Thanks for watching. You be safe out there. God bless. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.